Come on, boys!
Jeez! What are you saying, Bullsy Log?
You just got me with a fucking mouthful, dick. I'm full. We're going to win 5-0.
5-0.
I only get 2. Screams of a dink today, don't it? You know the drill.
The Bruno Fernandes of the
Oh, sorry.
How are we doing?
Blasters on?
Is that on?
What's in there?
No, let's try it over here.
What's in there?
It's a fucking it's kind of like a pump.
Beer pump.
Aye.
Oh, nice.
To be fair, mate, I've got it for us.
Aye.
That's what we need, yeah, mate. It's one of them.
Just
them foot pumps for the balls, I mean.
Oh, really?
No, it's like a fucking beer pump, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you done some beds?
No, I haven't.
Have you not?
He's just going a little bit red, I think.
I was worried before. Shit.
We up to last night, like wives?
Oh, is it on the camera?
No. You go there, like?
Some little snuggle.
Predictions for today?
Round 6, I think.
I reckon
4-0.
4-0. Oh, I meant 3-0.
Where's Stobbswood in the league? At the top.
They're unbeaten in 8.
They're unbeaten in 8, so we're going 6-0.
Yeah, 4-0.
It'll be a tight game.
4-0.
3-0. I'll say 3-0. The veins.
Oh, texting bitches while warming up, is it? Halfway through the game, change tops.
What do you normally do the end of the season? Where do you normally go?
Magaluf.
Cup of tea, chai latte.
Flat white. Flat white. I was going to go for latte, but
Oat milk or normal?
normal. I don't think they do oat milk in there.
Right, goats, we're back after a big 5-1 win against New Biggin last week. They were top of the league. That now puts us top with 18 points. Second and third place, they didn't manage to get their game going ahead, so it's tight, very tight at the top of the league. We're playing Stobbswood Welfare this week, an old rival from the Tyneside Amateur League. Shock Chubb's probably got beef with one of them, I imagine. I'll find out in a second from him. Stobbsy are unbeaten in their last 8 or 9 games with a draw Wednesday night against Ponteland, and we are also in incredible form. So I'll go find Chubbs now, have a little chat with him and see what the crack is for the game. UTG. Right, Chubbs, cracking performance last week, 5-1 against New Biggin, top of the league, we're now top. Talk to us about Stobbsy, you know them quite well.
Yeah, last week super slick and professional, absolutely buzzing off it. But Stobbsy, for those that don't know the club history, they are like, they're not our bogey team because we've beaten them and stuff like that, but they're like the team that we really wanted to beat in the Tyneside Amateur. They won the league when we wanted to come up. We played them in a cup final, which was huge. It was like our first game in a big stadium. Had bare people there, and it was like, it was a deal. Do you know what I mean? And we lost, and it hurt. I'm not.
They
gonna
brought
lie.
in a couple of ringers. Like, let's just be clear. Like,
Yeah, they brought in some Northern League ringers for the game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna get straight into it, boys. Okay, so last 3 games, 18 goals scored, 1 conceded. In the league, 7 games played, goals for 27 against 7. Top of the league now, performances have been borderline impeccable over the past 3 games. They've been slick, professional. If you're watching the video back, it's a fucking joy to see. The reason that's happening though, lads, is that he's starting to listen. The message is starting to get across from me and Husey. He's starting to play the way that we want you to play. And when you play like that, it's so easy. The game of football is so easy when you've got a plan. Alright, so what we've been saying is splitting the pitch up into 3 thirds. And we know what our jobs are in those thirds, do you know what I mean? So it's keeping Wilson high, where we know he's dangerous. It's keeping Shaw's high, where we know he's dangerous. It's Bullsy and Benno playing off 1 and 2 touching that midfield. Yeah, and it's the full-backs bombing. So Natty, bomb today, son. Alright. On the video watching it, Bullsy, Benno, right, he's trying these outrageous diags, right, and they're coming off, so it's really hard to criticise. It looks really good on camera, but
yeah, not always coming off. Like, to be fair, we watched the full night.
Maybe Ballsy, I don't know about that. I don't know, alright.
Ballsy aside. Alright, Ballsy, your pass completion on those. Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, but on the highlights it looks good, right?
I cut them out the episode.
We want to shorten it up, okay, because that's how we play. We want to shorten it up. We want good possession football. We want to draw them onto us. When we're in possession of the ball and we draw them onto us, that's when the gaps start appearing behind for Andy and for fucking Wilson. Tipper, when you're dropping deep, that's absolutely ideal, because he's need to start thinking on, right, when he's dropping deep, what's going on beyond him.
Where we've fell over the last few years is we've kind of rested on a big win. Yes, we had a big win last week. You've now got to back it up. Yeah, don't just rest because we think, oh, we're top of the league now. Today is going to be a battle, and I'll tell you, today will be tougher than last week. Physically, they'll be a better team. Organised, they'll probably be a bit better team. They're unbeaten in 9. So don't think just because last week we put on a really good performance, we're going to stroll through today. Yeah, you've got to earn the right as you do in every game in this league. Work hard, and the rest comes with it. If you don't work hard, don't worry about the 5 yards, 10 yards passing that we'll talk about because we'll be nowhere near it. Let's do the business, boys, yeah? How are boys?
And we are back. Large and in charge, January 2021. It's your boy Chubbs in the building with Hughesy. Hughesy, what you got for them? Yeah, now again, cheers mate. I am out to dry as usual. As we lump it forward from the kick-off, Stobbs would get it back to the keeper and it's tiddlywinks. Early doors, just about recover. I'm not sure if you meant that one. Play out down the line and Elliot Watson hunting it down. Get in, son. Falls to Dan Benno. They're giving him quite a bit of space. You do not do that with Mr. Steal Your Girl. Mr. Steal Your Trim as well. Cops inside. Gives it out to Wilson. And here we go. It's go time. Wilson versus 2. The double up on him already. Cuts inside. They can't get a hold of him. Knocks it back out to Elliot Watson. Plays with his right foot into Shaws. Shaws has got a bit of room. Tech on his laces. Andy Hall! Oi, straight from the kick-off. Andy Hall. Andy Hall. Andy Hall. He gets a ball. He scores a goal. Andy Hall. Andy Hall in irresistible form. The chat of his meal deal is long gone. Bit of atmos from the sideline.
Oh, no. Get in! Come on! Start by the way. Get in! Come on. Hello!
Recognise that,
Wilson, get forward.
We'll stage area.
Andy Hall causing havoc. They've had to bring him down there. Ballsy lines up the free kick. It's a cheeky little sausage into Tipper. Good save. Straight from the training ground, this one.
Oh my god, it's unreal.
Oh. Hey, that's class. Let's go. Charlie, that's superb. Just keep it.
Yes, El.
Great one, Will. Turn.
Yeah, better. Just.
Shaws with a gorgeous ball between the lines. That's what he does best. And Andy Hall playing flicks and tricks around the corner. Tip Lady gets a hold of it, brings himself out the right wing. Gets his head up. There's not much in the box, so he tries a chip shot. The disrespect on that keeper to shoot from there. Corner comes in from Shaws. Alfie Simpson goes close, doesn't quite get his head over it. Comes out to Elliot Watson now. 1v1 with the defender. He's got Wilson to his right. Squares up with him, tries to go to the byline. It's a corner. Shaws on the corner again. Comes in this time. It's a good ball. Didn't quite arrive there. The keeper was out. It was kaplunk, but they got away with it. Wybrow steps in. Lays it off now for Natty Marshall. Just gives him it back. Wybrow settles on it. Little turn out. Into Ballsy. Ballsy teases a man on. Makes that space for Alfie with a stunning little whippy out to Elliot Watson. And Elliot now, head up, aggressive as always, going into the opposition half. It's inside for Wilson. 1-2 with Shaws is what you love to see. Wilson gets Vinnie Jones, but he gets back up like Jackie Chan and we go again. Benno now tries to get his body in and win the ball. Lovely turnout. And again, another foul. Referee's got to give one of them, surely. There we go, free kick for the goat. Ballsy on the coin exchange with Elliot Watson. Shifts it out to Shaws, who finds himself in the David Ginola position. 1v1 with a right back. It's not what you want to see. Into Wilson. Dangerous. And a little block away. And Shaws gets himself in. What a tackle. But hey, laces again. What a goal that would have been. Get out. And look at the tech. Shorrock on form. Stobbs will get it back here. Centre half got a bit of room to ping a John Joe Shelby in between Natty Marshall and Wybrow. He gets it across goal. Alfie Simpson's there. We'll get it away. Just about. Pressure from Stobbswood. Comes back out the Stobbswood right winger and they've got the pressure right on here. Charlie Murphy comes out and collects. Good stuff. Wybrow plays back into Charlie Murphy never in a bit of trouble. Cool as a Moscow mule. Wybrow tries to play up the line to Tip Lady and let's hear what the Stobbswood manager thinks of him.
He'll give you back every time.
Liberty. Shot from the Stobbswood. They're right into the game here, mind. Charlie Murphy with the zing out. That's why they call him the sat-nav. And Tipper must have heard their gaffer. He's mugged him right off there. That's why they call him Tip Rahimovic. Absolute sauce round the corner. Wilson 1v1. And the right back does well. Gets the better of him. Clears it up the line. Stobbswood centre-half gets on it. And he's playing Special Edition Monopoly. Straight into Shaw's. Tipper's fouled there, is he? Yeah. Free kick to the goat. Bit of pat on the sideline there also between Stobbswood and ourselves. Rivalry back in the mix. And watch Bullsy. This kid is just a tinker, isn't he? He's got a little cheeky smile on his face, yeah. He's made it look like nothing's going on. Quick free kick. Oof. Typical Bullsy. Right, Stobbswood goal kick and the centre-half's taking it because his dad's playing in nets. I'm actually not joking with his cap and trousers like Kevin Carani. Meanwhile, the GOAT have just been playing Joga Benito, Brazil in the airport 98. Andy Hall with a chance and back to Wilson. It's blocked. GOAT get it going again. Elliot Watson just scoops it out to Benno, who's splitting the centre-halves. That's just AC Milan 98 football that you don't see it very often. Comes up the line, Wybrow, not many centre-halves you see drifting into the 10. Turns out Andy Hall, quick feet, into Tip Lady, defender on his back. He won't give you it back every time. Out the right wing, Natty Marshall, got people in the box and, oh dear me. That's the end of his day. Guaranteed concussion for the big man. Our thoughts were Natty, never completes 90 minutes, maybe one day this year. Shaw's just sells him a slice of salami and a deli sandwich. Out to Wilson, maybe zinged it into his feet a little bit too hard there. Right back for Stobbswood, keeps it in well, gets his head up, and what a ball that is, mind. Charlie Murphy's out playing Trivial Pursuit. What's going on here? There's the equaliser for Stobbswood. And they've been putting the pressure on. What a time for them to score just before half time. And that changes the team talk going into it. Go to right under the cosh here as the free kick comes in. Benno tries to clear it and Charlie Murphy makes a worldy save. And he saves Benno's blushes there as he nearly scores an OG. The lads will be happy to get to half time here. We're having an absolute wildebeest. They're going to get stuck into them at half time, Tribs and Husey.
We started really well, yeah, and then after 10 minutes we just set off. We sat deep, and we've had all the football in this half has been played in this area. We need to be playing higher, yeah. So Dan, you've looked great when you've actually stepped in and then you played that ball in at Andy Hall, and we broke through the lines that way. Tipper, the ball's been going up to Tipper, and there's no one around him, so he's isolated, yeah. So we need to just, I think, because they're compacting the midfield, that's what they're doing.
Following me.
Yeah, they're compacting the midfield three. So what we need to do, when we're playing out, work it out wide, and then it's just a ball up the line. Because they're so compact in the middle, it's getting it out wide and through the lines that way. And that's how we've done it. You've either stepped in, and then Andy Hall's made a great run in from wide, and then he's won the ball. But they are literally, and they said it before the game, we heard them say it, they're going to try and compact the midfield to stop us playing through the thirds. And that's what they've done well. Yeah, so that's their strengths. Their strengths is working hard, being compact, being in shape. So sometimes we need to be a bit clever. So if they are pushed on really high, Tipper, you've got to recognise that, right? You've got to run higher, let the centre half come with you. And Wilson, you've got to recognise that and just fucking get in behind them. Yeah. Let's not be fretted.
When he's talking about that, Wilson, you need to just, even if it's a decoy, shout yes, and so does Andy Hall. Do you know what I mean? Let them know that something's going on behind them all the time. Lads, we will win this game, right? But we've just got to calm down and think tactically how we're doing it. I don't think any of us aren't working hard enough. I don't think any of us have fucking got the wrong head. We just need to calm down, work out tactically, play the ball calmly and play through the thirds. If the long ball doesn't come off, right, we don't throw arms up in the air and go, oh, fuck me, right? Oh, sweet ball, we've got the second ball in there and we're higher up the pitch. Oh, sick, it hasn't come off, but we're up. And they're under pressure and they're kicking out for a throw.
Jelly.
Lads, there's nothing well, listen.
I need you to go, whoever the centre half's got the ball, to get near him, get near
him. When we take a centre half and be a cunt, just
get near him.
Get in there.
When we're playing out as well, play it to the centre halves. We don't necessarily want it from the centre halves in here. Then play it out wide, and then the space is coming because the midfielders go into the fullback.
The push is
one is always free.
Technically,
playing between the left back and the centre half, one is always free in the middle.
Well, technically as well, lads, right? Sometimes when one of the midfielders dropping in to get the ball, I love it. I love that you've got the bollocks. And what's happening is we're splitting the centre halves, and all of a sudden we've got 3 people buying the ball because the centre mid's dropping in and splitting, and then we're not passing into space.
That's why I'm trying to get out. Then it's 2v2.
Yeah.
That's why we got wide. Wider than through that. Jelly, any crack before we go?
I just more energy. Get a bit more energy about you, but there is a huge gap between you, yourself, and then the midfield. We need to get higher up, whether it be your centre halves tell you to fuck off.
He's gonna fuck right off.
Yeah, midfielders, just fuck right off. Just help them out.
Go press that.
Lads, listen,
I'll go press that.
Listen, mentality-wise, boys, right? Mentality-wise, just because they've scored, we're not losing the game. We're just back to square one.
That was a game to run a play there, goal.
If you said to me before this,
don't drop down to their level, because that's sometimes what happens.
Yeah.
You drop down to their level and you start fucking not doing the right things and just you start becoming lethargic.
If you gave me 45 minutes, us against them, in a fucking 1-1 or 0-0, I'd fucking snatch your hand off, right?
Bit more energy.
Take responsibility, Ali.
Come on, all of us.
Get that team talk right in you for the second half. This is a pressure situation now. Like when you're top of the league, you've got a target on your back and teams are chasing you. This is where they want to see you slip up. Speaking of pressure, Charlie Murphy just plays a naughty little ball into centre mid for Hendy, who's on for Benno, gone off with a hamstring issue, and Alfie Harris has come on at left back for Natty Marshall, who's sat in the dugout seeing stars. One eye looking at me, one eye looking at Hughesy. It is getting spicy now, and shock, we've got the mighty Matter balls at it again, at it as usual, the wind up merchant pending. Have a look from the sidelines.
Squeeze up, next one.
Well done.
The Blackburn Yaya Toure makes it look like an advert here. Floaters, and it's just too easy for Alfie Simpson at the back stick, man. What about his goal record at the minute? Get the stats up here. He's going to be joining Wilson and Andy Hall.
Switch your tactics there.
Come on.
Switch your tactics. I told Al to take that in swinger. My assist that. I said
Get on the front foot.
In swinger.
Yeah. All of us lifted.
Easy work.
Drive back to Shirley, ref. What, Julia? Not mine! Fucking miles off! What's he doing? Hey lads! Relax! Hey man, relax!
That's on YouTube on Wednesday. I need to have a look. Sunday. Even better than you.
If he's off, like, I'll apologise, but
We'll actually tweet it.
We'll make us not put it in the video.
Alfie!
Good playing it along the back four here with Alfie Simpson as he carries it out. Starting to take control of the game, 2-1 ahead. Still a lot of spice in the game and a lot of pressure. That is an absolutely disgusting triangle from Shaw's, Ballsy and Hendo. The golden boy Alfie Harris has got a bit of time and space here, whips it in. Tipley doesn't quite get there. Alfie Harris on his Roberto Carlos impression. Stobbswood nick it around the corner, but it's just Wybrow on security shift. He's a big daft lad, isn't he? Hendy on the ball now. Gives it a Wybes. Takes his time turning out. Looking good, looking steady on the ball. Into Wilson. Has a little bit of a tip tap and ends up Megan, the Stobbswood midfielder. Inside to Ballsy. Opens a burger van with Tipper. Stobbswood get a foot in. Andy Hall's trying to get his body in. It's not quite clear yet. Stobbswood throw it in. Just try and clear up the line. Look how high the goal presses. Pressure on now. It's great to see us marauding forward and trying to get the third goal and kill the game off. Wilson playing 1-2s in there with Shaws. And it rolls through to Tip Lady. Good tackle in the end. Cleared again by Stobbswood. They've got room to get out this time. Wybrow starts to again. Quick free kick into Shaws, who's got space and slides it through to Hendy. Good position now for the man on the ball. Dishes it out. Andy Hall gets his head up. Andy Hall. Oh. Corridor of uncertainty. It's exactly where he wanted it. We just didn't throw ourselves at the ball. Look at the press, mind. The game is ticking right on, and with the stronger, fitter side, press them high up the pitch. And Al Watson's in a tussle, yeah. That's the stuff you love to see. Fucking get off me, mate. Fucking shit you. What, me, ref? Me? You seen the state of his airline? Jesus, mate. Card's coming out. Little card for what now? £10 cheese slice?
That's it. He's got his shirt, man.
Too much patter. Love to see it. Right, Hendo knocks it inside to Alfie. Got time and space on it. Drops it into Wilson, just exchanging passes now, and it goes out the golden boy. Brings it down, he's got bodies in the box again. Stu Wright's on the pitch, by the way. Stewie Wright! Oh! And welcome the game to the centre half, who might not have seen the Whitley Walrus before. Absolute beast mode. Stobbs will want to get it started quickly from Kevin Karate and nets with a goal kick. Nearly put a hole in his joggers there. Lob it up the pitch, and it's easy work for Alfie Simpson. Get it out, son. And he comes back in, and it's just ballerina stuff for a centre half. Stobbs would win it back, but we'll get the rub of the green from his good play. Andy Hall into Stew. That's classic centre forward play. Andy Hall down the right. Good tackle. Still 2-1 here in the game. Still tight as Andy Hall on his round. Stobbs would look to pick it back up, but look at the goat. Still so high. Still pressing, so there's not many options as Alfie Simpson comes out and wins it. With Wybrow on it now. Sells an egg Sani to the Stobbswood centre forward. Tries the through ball, but it's easily cut out before Andy Hall applies the pressure. Still, Stew right now. Handful since he's come on. Alfie Harris picks up on it and positive drives down the line. The Leicester Roberto Carlos gets one in. There's no one there this time, and Stobbs would look to get it clear, but Hendy and Shaws are pressing. The lad's fitness showing late in the game here. Andy Hall 1-2 inside with Stew. Be getting called the Whitley Cavani if he carries on like that. And can we just get a quick replay on the stiffest board in all of Whitley Bay? Stobbswood corner comes in, it's packed in there, but Alfie Simpson rises and gets rid in Viking form today. Out comes Alfie again. Absolute warlord. Shrugs him off the ball and keeps it in. This could be a counter-attack. Hendy spots Andy Hall. It's a dream ball, but the keeper's out. Playing guess who?
Class! Finish! Keep it, just keep it! Just keep it! Close it!
Shaw's corner, packed in there again. It comes in. Alfie Simpson nearly gets in. It's still there. Stewie Wright. Yes. 3-1. The Whitley Cavani. What an impact since coming on. Bullying men. Benno got himself a new job here. It's a great instinctive finish with the left foot, and that is cruise control for the lads. It could be the one that sees us home. 3-1 now. Charlie Murphy trying to kill the game, just taking his time. But still fancies into Shaw's feet between the strikers. Absolutely disgusting. And speaking of which, Shaw's. Zing City. The keeper comes out and nicks it and throws a discus out the left back that Elliot Watson cuts out nice and easy. Goat have still got men forward here. Time and space. The Blackburn yaw. Well saved by the keeper. Eventually. L. Watson brings it down now. Pops it inside to Stew. Get him on your back. Naughty centre forward playing Andy Hall inside and bowls you back to Stew. And just stop it, lads. Stop this one-touch behaviour. Easy work for Wilson. Shaw's now gets his head up. Just stop it. That is double whip ice cream. My days, Shaw's. Goal of the season, potential.
Stop the cross! Oh! Yes! Stop the cross! Oh! Yes! When you're ready.
4-1 now. Top of the league, and it's Champagne, Dom Perignon, Moe 1987, some sort of mad blend. In the meantime, the centre mid has just sold Shaw's a pack of Baby Bells from Morrison's. Go could be in here though on the counter. The pressure's kept it high up the pitch. Stew Wright's on it. Taking his time. Shaw's has got all sorts of space. He picks out Andy Hall. Outrageous ball. And Andy Hall's starting to have fun with it now as he flicks it out. Gets his head up. There's men in the box. Alex Cole's on the pitch. Good tackle in the end from Stobbsy. Stew Wright gets a foot on it. We retain possession. This time it's with the golden boy Alfie Harris. Slots it inside. Shaws is still on it. And another chance at the back stick. The lads are pushing for the 5th one. Yeah, what a performance. And this scene is Alfie Simpson with a nosebleed just bombing up into centre forward position. Supposed to be playing centre half. He might have stitched through here. As Stobbs would look to run it out, but they look leggy. Looks like the energy's been sapped from the go press. Got all the time in the world as Wybrow just picks it off. Spreads the play out to Andy Hall, who's got space as well. Time to turn on it. Goes inside with Stu right on a 1-2 before Andy runs into a brick wall. Loz is absolutely classic. Dollop of hummus throwing. I don't know how that doesn't get given as a foul throw every single time. Stu Wright knocks it inside to Coley, and the boys returning the ball well here. Knocks it inside to Hendy with a dirty pass into the 10 for Coley. He's got time. It's a good effort. Wybrow picks up on it now, drops it inside to Shaws, gets up, surveys the field, and this is just TEKKAZSLOVAKIA captain. And Andy Hall, this could be it. Andy Hall 1v1, that's the one. There he is, the meal deal merchants at it again. 5-1, chicken wrap, thanks for coming. Big credit to Stobbswood, who came and made it so tight in the first half. The lads just seem to get away with it from 60 minutes, and that'll leave us top of the league. Get a look at the league table.
Boys, well done. You listen to what we said. We realised first half. Oh, shut up. We realised first half we were a bit deep. We were playing too much in our half. Yeah. Second half, when we lost the ball, we pressed it in high areas and won it back in good areas. And then we also played a lot more direct football. Yeah. So we weren't going sideways. We got through the lines a lot better. I think that's something we've got to start recognising for next week. Yeah. If we are thinking, look, fucking hell, we're not really hurting anyone here. We can just pump it along as well, yeah. And that's something for me and Chubbs to look at. But second half, lads, you were superb. You look fit as fuck. You must feel fit. And then we know last 80 minutes, that's when we're going to make the difference. And that's all down to you, working hard, doing the stuff over lockdown. So really proud of you. 1-16, boys. Well done, eh? Well done. Lads,
Lads, a big win coming on. Yeah, shows you that's what fucking wins leagues is having
without a doubt.
Everyone was being team players. That's what wins the games, having a strong bench when things happen, like Benno gets injured.
Lads, listen, stick about. We've got 2 crates of beer in the car park, so we'll have a few bevs. Yeah!